Someone wrote in and said, how do I nationalize my brand and take the show on the road so that I can reach more people?
When I'm wearing the Sex Geek Summer Camp shirt, it means these are business questions. If you're
Yes.
here for relationship advice, please switch to another video unless you want to learn how sex educators make a living.
I have a secret for you, though. Most of the stuff applies anyway.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah. This is Reid from Reid About Sex.
From SexGeekSummerCamp.com. And this is Cathy Bartuli from TheIntimacyDojo.com.
Yes.
Yes.
So,
what's the question?
if-
Nationalizing a brand? What? Who are we? Why?
So
does
someone has a
anyone listen to
local
us?
business and they want to start reaching further and nationalize their brand and be invited to speak different places so they can take it on the road.
Mm-hmm.
How would they start? You have a
So,
amazing.
I don't know how I did it. I think it's just luck.
Okay, so he's going to be quiet for a minute. I'm going to just tell you what I said because
Come to camp! SexGeekSummerCamp.com.
yes, come to camp. It's great.
And do what Cathy's about to tell you.
It actually matches up. Coming to camp actually would make all of the things I'm going to tell you how to do much easier.
Okay.
One, you have to have a good website so people can go and see you.
Okay.
I do recommend having a YouTube channel so you can point to people to you being on video. It's a little meta. Because that lets them relate to you. Mm-hmm. And you can post the videos on your website.
And on Facebook and on Twitter and other social media streams so that people can share them.
Yeah, and all of this is taught at camp. But the best way to get national is to start making connections with other people and invite them to either host you or trade events. When you're just starting out, it's not likely you're going to be up on a big stage unless you have a really powerful talk that you can get in front of people. But you can ask someone, hey, you're in California, I'm coming out for a family reunion, can we run an event together? Mm-hmm. Or are you running an event I can come and talk at for a little bit? And I'm glad to do the same back. You start getting known that way. I've done that in several businesses in the emotional freedom techniques field.
Mm-hmm. EFT.
Yeah, where we're international. We've sold products to almost 100 countries.
ThrivingNow.com.
Yep.
Cathy and Rick Wilkes.
And also in the Sex Geek community. Mm-hmm. You start networking with people you can do YouTube videos with them. It's a great way to check in and see if they're sane or not. Notice I'm still doing them with Reid. I'm not sure what the answer is. But that was supposed to be funny.
I thought it was hilarious. I'm sure our viewers thought that was hilarious too.
You're playing the straight man again.
That's about the only thing that's straight about me.
I know. But you can do YouTube videos, and that's a good way to see how you flow together and start getting information out and see if your viewers like that other person. It's a good way to beta test the connection. But you start building connections with other people in other parts of the country and getting your name out there and start getting followers. Mm-hmm. Do an email list have a free gift that they can sign up with the other person's permission if you're on their stage, and start collecting emails from different locations.
Other things that can be really useful, doing teleclasses, doing podcast interviews with other people, basically getting your name and your brand out there. And this is all predicated on that you're actually good at what you do. You can nationalize a crappy brand too, but I would much rather you be creating amazing content, actually creating tools and services for people that solve their problems, rather than just spinning people's dilemmas and poking at their pain and actually not helping them at all. So because of the internet and because there are people who are podcasting and guest blog posting and stuff all over the world, and because you can Skype interview people
on video
and use call recorder to record that, or do a Google Hangout and then post these things on your websites and on Facebook and have people share them, you can then work with people who have national brands or are just really amazing educators that you like, and you can create content that people will start to ingest as a means of getting to know you, which is basically what I did. Cuddle Party, I had a head start because of cuddleparty.com.
But you interviewed a bunch of really amazing people.
When I was switching from just cuddling to sex education, I was interviewing and doing as many podcasts as I could, and honing my advice and the tools and the tips that I was giving people.
Yeah. You can come to Sex Geek Summer Camp and shortcut this whole process. You're going to be in a group of amazing people always offer value, offer to do the work. I did that with you.
Mm-hmm.
I said, can we do the interviews? I'll put the videos up. I'll get them annotated. I get the transcripts made, all of that. I added value, made it easy for him to say yes. He can show up and do a short interview. It's all taken care of. I send him the link.
And now look where I am, like 200 videos later,
I think it's
and I can't get rid of her. It's like crazy.
But you can do this too. You can show up at camp, bring a little, you can record on your phone for most people now. That works great. And just say, hey, I'd love to interview you, and find out where you have a match or where they're covering something that your audience might love. Even if your audience is 100 people, there's going to be things you can't cover. And you can come to camp and maybe do 20, 30 interviews, and you've got some great content and great start of a network. If you actually follow through and do the work and send them the link and maybe tweet and Facebook about them, they're going to remember you.
None of this is an overnight process, and none of this, a lot of this stuff is simple, but you have to show up and do the work. And it's the people who actually show up and do the work over time, who are also nice people and professional and maybe funny. Or at least we'll bribe each other with Baileys and coffee. Those people are the ones that over the course of 2, 3, 10 years really make progress. There are no overnight successes.
And but there are shortcuts.
There are ways to shorten your learning curve and make more progress faster. If that's a shortcut, yes. It's basically, the shortcut is don't reinvent the wheel.
Yeah. Well, and getting in front of a bunch of other sex geeks at the same time.
There's tactical things that are really
being
useful.
Face to face, and them, seeing you at movie night and being goofy and massage party, and that's a great way to build networks.
So whether it's something like Sex Geek Summer Camp or going to a conference like Catalyst or Woodhull or a National Sex Ed conference, like all these things are ways, if you're a sex positive professional and entrepreneur, to start networking and contributing to your industry. If you want more information about this, obviously, sexgeeksummercamp.com. We have some free training videos and whatnot, and you'll get an invite to join us at camp.
Yeah, I hope to see you there.
Bye.